before, normally at this point in the year, we're looking towards January and February, and okay, is the season over? When could we start talking to players, free agency, all those type of things. But now we got something to play for, and it's December, Will. It's December, and hopefully we're going to have a December to remember. So, look, let's ask the question, hey, is Washington making the playoffs? We are 8-5 right now, 4 games left. Will, what you think, man?
Hey, man, I actually just made it to December to remember. I picked up our new car last
Yep.
week. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
So I'm living it right now, and yeah, we're going to. I mean, if you look at our next schedule, our next couple games, we're sitting at 8-5.
Mm-hmm.
Saints, Eagles, Falcons, Cowboys. The Saints, their starting quarterback has a broken left hand, probably not playing this week. Eagles, going to be a tough game, but it's going to be at home. This is our second time getting a chance to play them. They're not rolling. They're still winning. They've had a streak of wins, but it's not like it was a couple weeks ago.
Panthers. Let's say it.
Yep, exactly.
Panthers.
Good. Yep. Falcons are in a bit of turmoil right now. So now 3 weeks from now is quite a long time away, but we might be catching the Falcons at a good time. And Dallas, while Dallas is playing better, there could be a chance that this game is meaningless for both teams. If we're in the playoffs, if they're out of the playoffs, like nobody needs to get hurt going into the offseason. So it's a very winnable stretch of 4 games, in my opinion. What do you think?
Oh, no, absolutely. And honestly, I mean, I feel like we're kind of primed and ready for this. I mean, a game we should win in New Orleans. Then obviously Philly in a game where I'm still holding out hope. If we beat Philly and then we beat Dallas, we're 4-2 in the division. So I'm still holding out hope that maybe Philly loses to what do they have to play? The Giants.
They've got a tougher stretch.
Yeah. And then the Cowboys, I'm hoping they lose or we tie it up or something. Somehow we can win the division and go in that way. But honestly, those division games are the ones that scare me. Atlanta right now, the only thing that scares me about Atlanta is Kirk Cousins. And I'm not saying because of how well he plays, because one thing I know is when Kirk Cousins has a bone to pick with you, he can come after you. Remember the last time he came in with Minnesota? We were up, with Heineke, we were up like 17-3 going into the fourth. They get the pick for Harrison Barnes, and then all of a sudden, Kirk Cousins wanted to drive down the field and be Captain Kirk. You like that and all that nonsense. So that's the only thing I'm worried about with them because, they're teetering on being in and out of the playoffs. Here we go. Will Washington make the playoffs? In the words of the wrestler from years ago, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you're right, absolutely.
Yeah, you're talking about, man, you are king of wishful thinking here going after the division, but the Eagles have to play the Steelers, us, Cowboys, and then the Giants. So we've got some division games, which, we just found out a couple weeks ago. Division games, Dallas came in stinking up the joint, and they outplay us. Might be a little bit tougher because they're at 11-2 already, and they would kind of need to collapse. But I think our chances of making the wild card are pretty good. I'm with you. I mean, I'm seeing this. We should go no worse than 2-2 in the next 4 games. With the Saints, I'm already kind of chalking up the Saints as a victory there. Eagles, I have put right down, kind of thinking as a loss.
Wait a minute. You're chalking up the Saints? We're playing South Carolina's finest, Spencer Rattler. I heard Spencer in the start.
Yeah, not gonna beat us.
You're not rooting for the Gamecock? What?
No, I'm not rooting for the Gamecock. Not at all. No, not this week.
Right.
So, right now I still have Philly as a loss, just trying to be realistic, but I'm gonna be jacked up for the game. I hope we will too. I've got us as a win against the Falcons, and right now I have us beating the Cowboys. Because again, I think going into that game, I think it's going to be meaningless for them. You just saw what happened to Overshown. They can't have something like that happen to, CeeDee Lamb. That's the last thing they need. Some of their other guys, they really need to go into the offseason healthy. And so I've got us going 3-1 in the next 4 games. And 11 wins. Holy smoke, Sean. Oh, yeah. If we get 11 wins, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, we didn't see that coming at all. No. But I'm right there with you on that 3-1. Like, I honestly, I just feel like we can get it. But even with Philly, man, I feel like it's a possibility. Yes, maybe wishful thinking, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited. And you know what? You know what is better is that I can be this excited and I can have some kind of faith in this could possibly happen because of the team we have. Not necessarily all of the pieces, because we're going to talk about some of the pieces that are kind of potentially falling by the wayside, but having JD5, having kind of the coaching staff and everything, it brings back the excitement. Oh, what in the of course, from the couch, somebody wants to call out what they think. Come on, Cowboy. This guy. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, and I think we're also in the driving seat when it comes to, getting that wild card. It looks like it's going to come down to Seattle or the Rams. Now, the Cardinals aren't too far behind, but they're kind of falling by the wayside. They're doing what the Cardinals do. It ain't Cliff Kingsbury. It's the Cardinals organization. The 49ers are just so beat up. I just, the fact that they're 6-7 almost shows like, credit to their coaches. But, so, with the Seahawks at 8-5, one of those teams is going to get it, but, we already have a better record than them as of right now. And then you're looking at the NFC South, and Falcons are going down, and the Bucs they're rising a little bit. They're kind of struggling this season, but I think that's our best chance too. If Tampa wins that division, we're not going to be behind them in a tiebreaker since we already lost them. So I think we've got the road ahead of us to control our destination to get in.
Absolutely. It's time I play my proper role here.
Yeah. He's been too nice this season.
Right. Welcome back, my guy.